Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Marie. Hi, Sue. Hi, Suzanne. Hello. How is everybody? Hi, Jodie. Hi, Suzanne. Hi, Carol. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Lisa. Samantha, Anne. Hello. How are we all? I feel like I haven't been here for ages. Well, I haven't, but it's just, yeah, it feels strange. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Ord and Wendy. Let's do zip up. No, there we go. Hi, Amy, Carol. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Kim. Oh, Wendy, I hope you're both okay. Sue, bless you. Thank you ever so much for the stars there. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling better. It's just I had a horrible situation. But yeah, it's definitely feeling better now. Okay, sorry, just double checking I've got everything. Hello. So today is a normal live. There is quite a few people on the order list. Obviously we haven't been here for a while. So it's just sort of catching up again. So there's not many spaces available for today. So if you would like to order, there's still space now, but there's not a lot of spaces available. We're live this week today on Thursday for our special St. Patrick's Day live. If you'd like to know more about that, go and check out the event in the events section on the page. That is a pre-book only live. But yeah, just read the information because there's some special things if certain items are included. So yeah, have a read there. But we're live on Thursday if you'd just like to join us on Thursday evening. Then of course live for a normal Friday and Sunday as well. Karen, bless you. Thank you for the stars there. Thank you, Kirsty. Yeah, no, I'm definitely. So basically, supporters, I was live yesterday for supporters. So there you know the story. It's a little bit gruesome, but I'll tell you. Basically, the short version is the tooth I've got a partial root canal. I'm waiting for the proper root canal in this tooth, and it's ended up getting an abscess. But it swelled so much. I went to the dentist, and the gums were swollen so much my tooth had come out of the tooth canal, which is why it's taken me so long to sort of get over it. It's because the tooth had dropped down, so I couldn't close my mouth at all. Like I couldn't talk because if my teeth sort of hit each other, it was just, yeah. So because the tooth had dropped, I had to wait for the antibiotics to kick in to make the swelling go down, and then for the tooth to sort of, don't think it's even properly, I don't know, they need to basically fix the tooth. But the infection's gone, the abscess is gone, and the tooth is back. I can talk now. So yeah, I'm definitely better. It was just took such a long time because the tooth had actually dropped down. It needed to, yeah. But we're back. It's fine. I'm fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're here. So, order list has, good morning, Beverly. Order list has been posted on the page. So we're just going to jump in and get started. All oysters are available today. So yeah. Ooh, ever so sorry. Let me just double check that cameras are working. Yep, perfect. Just because when we was live with the supporters yesterday, only one camera would work at a time. So we ended up doing the whole live on one camera, and it was just shambles. So yeah, I actually I was doing the cameras this morning and Kia kept looking at me. But because obviously she sits here, when this isn't here, she sits at that end of the desk. So I was like, I'm not recording you, I'm just fixing everything. So yeah, hopefully it's fixed. So let's jump straight in. Why am I so yawny? Oh my gosh. So sorry. So up first today is Ira Rowlands. Ira, are you here? Ira, hello. I was just counting actually. You'd like 2 mystery and 3 expand the rainbow. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So 1, 2 and 3 of those, 2 mystery. Let me just get these open for you. Of course he did, Emma, yeah. He is lovely. To be honest, it was yeah, it was obviously horrible, but there wasn't much to do in regards to looking after, because when you can't you can't eat and you have to drink through a straw, not much to do. Ira, you'd like to donate the shells? Perfect. So let's go down. We're going to start with your mystery oysters here. Mystery oyster number 1. We have a softer pop there. Okay, so in oyster number 1, there is a little bit of flesh on that side, but we can see that there's no pearls there. I can see, however, a peeper towards the side of the oyster there. So I'm going to pop that out. That is a baby pink, I believe. Let me just have a squidge here as well. Is the camera view okay, guys? Can you see? Is it okay? Okay, so you have a baby pink to start with. Then moving on to mystery oyster number 2. Slight double pop with that one. And there is your mother of pearl. Okay, so if we have a squidge in here, oh, we have a blue pearl there. And I'm just having a squidge just to see if there's any more. Okay, so there's no more in that one. So we have a, in between a Pepsi blue and a TARDIS blue with these ones. So you've got a baby pink. I'm going to say it's a dark Pepsi blue. Like I say, it's sort of in between the two, the Pepsi and the TARDIS blue. Beautiful to start with there. Moving on to your 3 expand the rainbow oysters. So expand the rainbow oyster number 1. By the way, if it does keep going blurry, it's just the camera sort of refocusing itself. So do give it a second and it should refocus and become clear again. So there's one side and the other side. And in here you have a lilac purple. There's no more in that one. Let me dry him up for you. So here is your lilac purple. And then moving on to your next oyster. there's one side and the other side. Oh, and in here, now it's popped over onto this side, you have a lemon yellow. And again, there's no more in that one. So if let me hold up your lemon yellow. So you've got 4 gorgeous different colours so far. And then we're going to be moving on to your last oyster. So the last one is a Expand the Rainbow oyster again. So in here, there's one side. Oh, I was waiting for the crunch. And the other side, I can see a definite peeper with this one. You have a, oh, and your, wow. Oh, look at him. You are twinning. But there's no more in that one. Twinning yellows, but one of them is a gorgeous two-tonal one. Thank you, Bab.
You got confused, didn't you?
Yeah.
You haven't realised it's a two-tonal cup, have you?
I have. I just didn't realise it had the colours in the middle. Thank you for the tea, darling. Okay, so the yellows here, they are, this one, twin number 1, is a lemon yellow. Twin number 2, look at this. It's a two-tonal. So let's just get it focused. Okay, so pastel yellow, lemon yellow, and then this gorgeous dark, deep sunshine yellow. So you've got all 3 shades. I'm just hoping I'm going to get this to focus this way. So lemon yellow. Nope. Is it going to focus like this? It's got lemon, pastel and sunshine yellow. It is gorgeous. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so all together, a dark Pepsi blue, a baby pink, a lemon yellow and a lilac purple. And then you've got twinning yellows, one of which is lemon yellow, one of which is that 3-tonal yellow. What do you think to these, my lovely? Now, again, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. I'll need to know which ones you'd like where. If you're not happy, we can swap them for you. Or if you'd like to take a screenshot, you can then email me your colour choices over if you prefer to have some time to think about it. So if I run it through the board for you, the blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. The baby pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Lemon yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Lilac purple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The lemon yellow twin is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5, and his twin, which is the 3-tonal yellow, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5 as well. What do you think to these? Small yellow for a lilac to go on the earrings. There will be a weight on that lilac, so if you're happy to wait, I can definitely do that for you. If you prefer not to wait, is there another colour that you would like? So before I write that down though, just confirm if you're happy to wait or not. Ronnie, have you seen the yellows? You've got about 6 people. Love that. For baby pink, I can swap the yellow to match the baby pink for the earrings. Is that correct? Is that what you mean? It's the size. I'm just seeing. There we go. Suzanne, bless you. Thank you for the stars there. Okay, so swap the single yellow for pink for the earrings. And then what colour would you like elsewhere? And the rest on lobster fittings, of course you can. So let me just bring you back up again and then I'll write that down. So we're going to have the rest on lobster fittings. Perfect. I've got that down for you then, my lovely. The invoice for the lobster fittings will get sent across for you tomorrow, and that will go to the email address that's on the order form. I hope you're happy with that. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well. Oh, how's my glove broken? That's going to annoy me now. Yes, thank you for the donations of your shells. There we go. That's safe on there, and then that's up there for you. Just looked, my glove is split. I don't know how or when that happened. Obviously, I can still wear them. It doesn't impact with what we're doing here, but no, you're very, very welcome, my lovely. Up next today is, now this is mystery person on the order form, so hopefully they are here. I'm looking for Luana. Luana, are you here? I was there when I started. Luana, hello, hello, hello. So I've just got myself in a pickle now because I've got some tape and now I think I'm gonna, I should have just left it. Luana, hello, my lovely. So I have a message to read you. It says, I would like her to know she is loved and appreciated for all the joy she brings into my life. So I've written that as it was written, and this is from Kevin. So I'll read it one more time for you. I would like her to know she is loved and appreciated for all the joy she brings into my life. So you have, let me just double check how many openings it has. I do still have longish hair, but I had an undercut done, so you'll probably see in these bits here, and it's just because it's growing out, but there's nothing I can do. Okay, so you've got 5 openings altogether, my lovely. So 5 oysters. What 5 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Nunu Rainbow, donate. And you're looking for light silver like ice. Oh, I love that. Okay. Luana, good luck, my lovely. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Just counting again, double check I've got it right there. So you'd like to donate the shells, and we're looking for that light, silvery, almost icy colour. Okay, so I'm just going to get these open for you, my lovely. Okay, so let's go down. Your oyster number 1. There's one side and the other side. And in your first oyster, you are twinning, and you're twinning with chocolate twins there. Let me just have a squidge. There's no more in that one. So chocolate twins to start with here. Let me dry them up for you. Jane, I'm glad you're happy with your order, my lovely. Now these chocolate twins, they do look like they're slightly visually different in size. So visually smaller one on this side. I will obviously measure them at the end for you. Moving on to oyster number 2. There's one side and the other side. And in here we have a TARDIS blue, and there's no more in that one. So here is your TARDIS blue. Moving on to your third oyster. Again, this is a Nunu Rainbow oyster. There's one side and the other side. And in here we have a purple. Now it's brighter than a lilac purple. No, sorry, it's darker than a lilac purple, but it's that kind of shade. It's like a darker lilac purple. Yeah. Let me show him to you so you can see what I mean. The lilac purple is just a slightly lighter shade. So this is that slightly darker shade. This one doesn't have a name as of yet. Moving on to your next oyster. There's one side and the other side. And in here already have a runaway there, and we have a darker pearl, and there's no more in that one. So with your darker pearl, he is he's a steel blue. So steel blue is like a silver with like a blue overtone, very dark steel blue. Let me pop it in the sun so you can see. So very dark steel blue, but he is this silver with a slight blue overtone to him there. And then moving on to your last oyster. There's one side and the other side. And in here we have another darker pearl. And there's no more in that one. So let me just dry him off and then we'll have a closer look at his colour for you. Okay, and he is a dark purple. So he's very dark, but definitely does have that purple overtone to him. If I hold it like that, you can see it as the light bounces off the pearl. Now, what do you think to these, my lovely? If you're happy with these, that's perfect. I'll need to know which ones you'd like where. If you would like to swap the pearls, we can do that for you as well. And if you would like to have a think about it, you can take a screenshot and then email me your colour choices over once you've had a think about it. So you've got 2 chocolates, a TARDIS blue, a lighter purple, steel blue and a dark purple. If I run them through the board for you, chocolate number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Chocolate number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5, so they are measuring at different sizes there. The TARDIS blue's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Lighter purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Steel blue's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And the dark purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. You love them and you're not sure which ones to exchange. Oh, bless you. Well, if you would prefer some time to think about it, if you'd like to take a screenshot and you can email me your colour choices over, and of course if there's any colour swaps we can do them across email as well. Or if you do know now, that's absolutely fine, we can do it now. I just would hate to rush anyone with the decision. Completely up to you. Let you email, not a problem. So when you do send that email over, let me bring you back up. Just include the 5-digit order invoice number, so the number at the top of the order. You'll also find it on the confirmation order email. And then yeah, just let me know if there's any colour swaps or which ones you'd like where and everything. No, you're very, very welcome, Luana. I hope you're happy with that. Thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells. I'm just going to pop here that you're going to email me the colours. Perfect. Also, if you're emailing me from a different email address to the one that made the order, I'll need you to confirm the email address that is on the order within your email, if that makes sense, just so obviously I know that it is you. I hope that makes sense. So if you're emailing from the email that's on the order form, absolutely fine. If it's from a different email address, pop the order form email address within the email as well. Hope that makes sense. But yeah, look forward to hearing from you and we'll get that sorted. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to everybody joining. Perfect, thank you, Luana. Right, up next then today is Jodie Kelly. Jodie, are you here? Jodie, hello. Shall we do your oyster opening first and then we'll do your colour splash afterwards if that's okay? So with your oyster opening, what type of oyster would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? It's a good cup of tea. Hello, welcome to everybody joining. Nunu and Donate, Jodie, perfect. Is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? So this one here, let me get him open. And let's go down. So your Nunu Rainbow Oyster. There's one side. And the other side. And in here you have a darker pearl. I'll double check his colouring in just a moment. There's no more in that one. It really is, Emma. My tea never tastes as good when I make it compared to when Aaron makes me one. Never. Ooh, possibly have an oil slick here. I am missing a peg on the wheel, yes. You do, you have a mottled oil slick, Jodie. Now hopefully, I don't know if the camera is going to be able to pick it up. So a mottled oil slick, so you've got the dark base and it does have the flashes of green, the blue and the purple, but then you've got this like lighter grey mottled effect. I'm just trying to, oh, can you see the green there? Just trying to catch the light. No, I can't seem to grab the full oil slick on the camera, but it is the oil slick there. Now, if you're happy with this one, Jodie, that's perfect. And if you're not, we can swap him. So again, it's up to you. Just let me know what you think. So your oil slick is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. Love it, and it will be perfect with the dragon cage. It will, because of the different... Oh, I love that. Jodie, I'm glad you're happy with him. Let me pop it... Actually, let me just see the camera up here if it's going to let you see. Is it going to focus? No, it's not going to focus. Sorry. But it is gorgeous. No, Jodie, you're very, very welcome. And then you have a colour splash. So if we spin the wheel, is there a certain colour or a certain themed charm that you're hoping for? So good luck, my lovely. Oh no, I didn't turn the camera. Ah, da-da. Angela, thank you for the stars. Jodie, we have a green. It didn't click over. So you have a green slot. So that is a nature themed charm. Let's grab one out. And then if we bring you back across here. Okay, so if we get this open. So you have, with your nature themed charm. Oh, so we have the pearl on this one. Let's grab a piece of, do I have a clear? Yes, I do. Okay, so the charm itself is the wave charm. So you can see it's got the wave in him there. It always reminds me of the wave in Moana. But it is the wave charm there. Now the pearl itself is a two-tonal blue. Can you see that spot of colour? So it's almost like a lighter spot surrounded by darker colouring. And it's like a purpley blue, but more prominent in blue. So overalls are purpley blue, more prominent in blue, but then you've got that gorgeous spot of colour to him there. Now I hope you're happy with the charm itself. Pearl wise, let me just hold it where it would hang. Would you like to stick with that pearl, or would you like to change it and have an oyster opening? Of course you can have an opening, that's not a problem. If I bring you back up, what type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate the shells with this one? What do you think? Have I got my other kitchen towel? Yes. Mystery and donate. Okay, so mystery oyster. Let's get him open. And then let's go down. So is there a certain colour that you are hoping for with this one, Jodie? So we have a lighter pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. Now in here you are twinning, and you're twinning with darker Blurple pearls. So again, Blurple is a mix between blue and purple, my lovely. There's no more in that one. Now this is definitely a darker shade to the one that you've got already. But if you're not happy with these, we can swap one or both of them for you, Jodie. I'll just need to know which one you'd like on the jewel, or which colour you'd like on that charm. So here are your darker Blurples. Again, it's a mix between blue and purple. And if I run them through the board for you, pearl number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And pearl number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8 as well. What do you think, my lovely? What would you like to do? Of course we can. Okay, so icy blue and red, icy blue on the charm. So icy blue and red. Nope, that's black cherry, burgundy red. Should we go for this one here? Okay, what do you think to these two add-ins here for you, my lovely? Are you happy with those shades? Again, I'm just going to bring you back up so I can write this down, that we're going to swap the pearl that's on the charm for the icy blue, but just confirm if you're happy with those for me. So we're going to swap to icy blue. That's perfect. Perfect. Okay, Jodie, I've got all of that down for you then, my lovely. I hope then you'll be happy with everything once it arrives there. Thank you for the donations of your shells, and that's safe up there for you. Sorry, the kitchen towel's seen better days, so this one's going to have a little bit of a a situation. I don't know what's happened to it, but we'll just turn it inside out. There we go. Right. No, Jodie, you're very, very welcome. Up next today is Kathy Rax. Kathy, are you here? Kathy, hello. Again, I was just counting. You've got 5 openings altogether. What 5 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Oh, Bronnie, I'm glad you are. Oh, has your parcel arrived, Bronnie? I've been obviously out of the loop whilst I've been off. But no, I'm glad you're happy with everything. Sorry, I've just knocked something into the printer. Things I'd never thought I'd say. What? So sorry. Just getting my handy little tool out. How have I done that? Da-da. Okay, sorry about that, Kathy. 1 week to go. Oh, bless you, Bronnie. Well, hopefully it will arrive soon. And I hope you'll be happy with everything once it does. Mystery oysters, Kathy. Donating the shells. So I said 5, didn't I? Are there certain colours that you're hoping for? 1, 2, 3. Oh, can you hear that? Noisy one. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay. So, Kathy, let's go down and yeah, let me know if there's certain colours that you're hoping for. So, mystery oyster number 1. We have a lighter pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And I can see that you're quadding. You are quadding with your first mystery oyster here. And there's no more in that one. So with your first oyster, we have a watermelon, a bright pink, a icy blue, and a lemon yellow. Watermelon, bright pink, icy blue, and lemon yellow. Moving on to oyster number 2. We have, again, almost like a triple pop with that one. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. Now, straight away with this one, we can see a darker pearl towards the side there. So if we pop him out and have a squidge in here. And there's no more in that one. So quite a nice darker, deeper coloured pearl here. You have a darker gunmetal grey. Almost black, look at him, almost black there. Moving on to your next oyster. Now this one is a clapper, which just means that he is slightly open already. So, oh, and I've opened it. Oh, the shell. I've opened it so the flesh is completely, there's the mother of pearl. Now I can see straight away that you're twinning And the flesh is completely, there's no more in that one, away there. So let me just dry these up for you. So quadding, a single pearl, and then twinning, Kathy. Now these ones here are dark chocolatey purple. Now these are actually base purple, and then they've got that chocolate overtone to them. Hopefully you can see that there. So base purple with a chocolate overtone. Then moving on to your next oyster. Quite a nice sharper pop there again. Ooh, and in here, there's your mother of pearl. Now straight away, oh, run away, you are twinning for a second time, and twinning with chocolate bronze twins here. And there's no more in that one. Lisa, bless you, thank you ever so much for the stars there. So twinning chocolate bronze twins, and again these twins visually they do look like they're slightly different in size. We'll measure them for you at the end. And then you've still got one oyster to go. So Kathy, moving on to your last oyster, which again is your mystery oyster. We have a sharper pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. And Kathy, you are ending with quadding. Started with quadding, that's just a piece of shell there, if you can see that. Starting with quadding, with a quadding oyster, sorry, and then ending with a quadding oyster as well. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so again, let me just dry these up for you. And then Kathy, I'll need to know if you're happy with these, of course. So the colours here is a two-tonal icy blue, a lemon yellow, a coral, and a silver with almost a, I'm going to say it's a chocolate overtone to him. So from the top you have a watermelon, a bright pink, an icy blue and a lemon yellow. You've then got a very dark gunmetal grey, and then twinning purples almost with that chocolatey tone to them. You've got chocolate bronze twins, and then you're ending with a two-tonal icy blue, a lemon yellow, a coral and a silver with a chocolate overtone. Kathy, what do you think to these? Now again, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. I'll need to know which ones you'd like where. And if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. And again, if you prefer to take a screenshot and email me your choices, that's absolutely fine as well. Now, if I run them through the board for you, watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5. He's a runaway. Not a 6, he's a 6.5. The bright pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Icy blue's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And the lemon yellow's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. The darker gunmetal grey's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Purple chocolate overtone twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he is a 7.5. Purple twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. They're the same size there. Chocolate bronze twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Chocolate bronze twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5, so they are measuring at different sizes. The two-tonal icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Lemon yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. The coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And silver with the chocolate overtone is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He is a 6.5 as well. Kathy, what do you think to all of these? That don't want to focus now. Dun, dun. They focused a moment ago, didn't they? Is it because they're all out of line? If that's the case, then my camera is as picky as I am. Oh, if that's the case. Right, let's have a look. Da-da. No, maybe it was just... What's happened? Is it because it's too light now? I don't understand why it doesn't like it. Kathy, what do you think to these though? If I hold them back a bit, it focuses on them down here, doesn't it? We'll slowly sneak it up without it realising. Okay, there we go. It doesn't like the light. What do you think, my lovely? Can you swap the twins? I'm guessing it's the purpley chocolate twins. Please correct me if I'm wrong. For Cadbury Purples. That's not a problem. Let's put the swap add-ins over here. And TARDIS Blue and Coral for TARDIS Blue. I'm not sure what you mean. And swap TARDIS Blue and Coral for TARDIS Blue. Do you mean swap the other blues for a TARDIS Blue? They're the purples I've added in there. And you'd like some TARDIS Blues on the earrings. So which ones are we swapping out, my lovely? Ah, I see. Okay. There we go. So, are those colours okay there for you? So I've added in the purples and the 3 darker blues, and then of course your original ones, and then you would like to have the purples on the earrings, and then you're going to have the blue, TARDIS Blue on the pendant, and you'd like to be invoiced for TARDIS Blue on studs. Is that all correct, my lovely? If so, the invoice for the stud earrings will get sent across tomorrow for you to the email address that's on the order form. Just popping your pearls in here. Yes, that's correct. Perfect. I've got that down for you then, Kathy. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well. And Kathy, I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives. And I've just popped that up there for you as well. Okay, and up next then today is Tracy Burton. Tracy, are you here? No, Kathy, you're very, very welcome. Oh, Tracy, yep, I've got that with the Tracy Holland. Hello, my lovely. So, Tracy, you have got 2 openings altogether. What 2 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Aria, bless you. Thank you ever so much for the stars there. The order list is posted on the page. I'll post in the comments now of the order list that we've got from where we are now. So from Tracy, there's the order list there. Tracy, Nunu Rainbow Oyster, donate the shells. Perfect. Is there certain colours that you're hoping for? So 1 and 2. If I get these open for you. There's 1 and 2. So let's go down. Hoping for any colours. Are you hoping for odds or evens or don't you mind? Oyster number 1. There's one side. And the other side. And in your first oyster, you are twinning. And there's no more in that one. So twinning with your first oyster there, my lovely. And if we have a look here, you're twinning with these, again, steel blue. It's the colour of the day. I only say that because the steel blues are very rare. There are these steel blues. Again, they're a base silver and they've just got a hint of blue to them. Moving on to your next oyster, which again is your Nunu Rainbow Oyster. So there's one side. And the other side. Wendy, thank you ever so much for the stars there. And in here, Tracy, oh, ran straight down the front there. There's no more in that one if we just retrieve that pearl. So you have a darker pearl here. So again, let me just dry him up and we can have a closer look at his colour. You know what, that is an extremely dark oil slick. Steel blues and oil slicks and the Nunu Rainbow Oysters. Now, this is a very dark oil slick, but there is flashes of definitely greens and purples, and then it's got that slight flash of blue to him. So I'm going to say he's only just an oil slick, if that makes sense, just because he is quite dark and there's not a lot of blue in there, but it is there. Again, I don't know if the camera's picking the oil slicks up. I don't know if they don't always show. So steel blue, twins, and a oil slick. Now, Tracy, what do you think, my lovely? Again, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. I'll just need to know which ones you'd like where. And if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. So, the steel blue twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Steel blue number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And your oil slick is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He is an 8. What do you think to those? Yep, you can have fittings popped onto spare pearls. That's not a problem. I'd just invoice you for it the day after the openings. Just let me know. For example, if you had twins, you could have one of the pearls on a fitting if the other was to go on an item of jewellery, or if you just had an oyster opening on its own, you could then decide afterwards if you wanted to add the fitting onto the pearl. Again, just tell me and we can do it that way. Tracy, you love those. Perfect. That's what matters first of all. And then you'd like the twins on the earrings. Perfect. I've got that down for you then, my lovely. Can you have an invoice for a fitting on the other one? Of course you can. What fitting would you like? What fitting would you like? So we've got lobster. Oh, where are we going? Come back. Let me lift this arm up. We've got lobster fitting, which is a clip-on fitting, hoop fitting, which is a slide-on fitting, and then of course you've just got the pin cap, which is literally the pearl with the cap. So this is the pearl. It's literally the cap is drilled into the pearl and then set on top. Or you've got a jump ring, which is a jump ring on that cap. But the two main fittings are the lobster fitting, which is a clip-on fitting, and the hoop fitting, which is a slide-on fitting. Hoop, perfect. Hoop fitting. So that invoice for the extra fitting will get sent across to the email address tomorrow, and it will go to the email address that's on the order form. Tracy, I'm glad you're happy with the colours there. Thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells, and again I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives as well. And I've just popped that there for you. No, you're very, very welcome. Sorry, the bottom of my lip, because obviously the last week I've had to basically live with my mouth open because I couldn't let my teeth go anywhere near each other. So because of that, I ended up breathing through my mouth a lot. So my lips are so sore now, because yeah, your lips get sore if you're not, because I normally breathe through my nose. So if you switch it up, like when you've got a cold and a blocked nose, then your lips, yeah, so my bottom lip is so sore. Tracy, you're very, very welcome. Up next today is Leslie Boyne. Leslie, are you here? Leslie, hello, hello, hello. Just because it's a different name on Facebook as it is the order form, if you could just confirm for me the second part of the email address. So just from the @ onwards, I don't need to know the whole email address at all, just that section, my lovely. And again, that's just because it's a different name. I know that you guys, you do confirm for me in before, but I do ask for it to just be confirmed each time. That's perfect. Thank you for understanding there. So Leslie, you've got one opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? do you think? Should have three. Oh, you do have three. Just to show you, there's two pieces of paper stapled together. I didn't see the staple. I'm ever so sorry. You do have three. I just didn't turn the page over. So, sorry, Leslie. 3 openings altogether. What 3 oysters would you like? And would you like to mystery and donate? Perfect. So are there certain colours that you're hoping for with these ones? 1, 2 and 3. And let's get them open for you. 1, 2 and 3. And let's go down. You're hoping for dark purple. Mystery oyster number 1. We have a softer pop there. And in your first oyster, there is your mother of pearl. And I can see a coral to start with there if I pop him out. And then I'm just going to have a squidge in here for you. There's no more in that one. So your first pearl has given you a coral. First oyster has given you a coral. Sorry. Moving on to oyster number 2. And we've got quite a nice louder pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And in here, you are twinning. And you're twinning with Pinkle twins here. So Pinkle is a mix between pink and purple. Now these are a base pink with a slight purple overtone to them. So again, I'm just going to dry them up for you. And twinning with these Pinkles, let's pop them in the sun next to your coral. Look at those. Perfect. So you can definitely see that they are base pink, but they do have that purple overtone to them. And then Leslie, moving on to your last oyster, which again is your mystery oyster. So we've got a light pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And this side here, we have a blurple. So again, blurple is a mix between blue and purple. Quite a nice lighter blurple there, and there's no more in that one. Okay, what do we think to these, my lovely? Now, if you're happy with these, I'll need to know which one you'd like on your jewellery. And if you're not happy, again, we can swap them for you. So you've got your coral, twinning Pinkles, and then that lighter blurple colour there. If I run them through the board for you, your coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Twinning Pinkle number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Twinning Pinkle number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And your blurple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. So swap your coral for a dark purple. I'm going to grab you one of our deep dark purples. Now this may be too dark for you, in which case just let me know and I can grab a slightly lighter shade. So that purple there, is that too dark a purple, or would you prefer a slightly lighter one? And is it the purple that you'd like on your jewellery? It's perfect. And can you have that on the necklace? Of course you can. I'm glad you're happy with him. Let me just write down. So we're going to have dark purple on there. Let me pop your pearls away. Okie dokie. Leslie, my lovely, thank you for the donations with your shells. And I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Oh, and lobster fittings on the others, not a problem. So the invoice for the lobster fittings will get sent across tomorrow for you, and that will go to the email address that's on the order form as well. I again hope you're happy with everything, and that's safe up there for you. Okay. No, you're very, very welcome. Up next today is Lindsay Kinlock. Lindsay, are you here? Lindsay, you are ready. Hello. Lindsay, you have a colour splash today. Let's go across to the wheel. That's just reflection there, so that's nothing on the wheel. Look, if I move it, that's just a reflection. Is there a certain colour, or is there a certain themed charm that you're hoping for, Lindsay? Let's spin this. So good luck, my lovely. And we have blue. So blue is the random themed charm. Thank you ever so much, Bab. So blue is this one here. Just for fun, you'll say yellow. Oh, bless you. Well, we have blue. So blue is the random. So you was also happy with anything. So hopefully, completely random charm. Let's have a little look. Oh, perfect. So this one has got so much detail. I just don't think the website does this one any justice. But honestly, so where's my... Oh, there it is. This is the... Oh, I forgot the name of it. But it's basically a paint palette. But instead of a paintbrush, you've got a flower. You have a rose. And then the paints that are on the palette are in little flower heads. I'm just going to get it focused again for you. So it's a paint palette with a rose as the paintbrush and then little flower heads as the paint on the palette. Honestly, it is a one-sided charm, so there's nothing on the back, but you do have that flower sort of coming out of the charm, so it's not flat. It does have that texture on there. You're very artistic, so this suits you well. Oh, Lindsay, I love that. Pearl-wise, this is a two-tonal purple. So if you can see, it's sort of darker purple, and then we go round almost into this. Oh, the camera's not picking up colour today. Let me see if we can get a good angle. It's a darker purple, bright dark purple, and then as we go round, can you see it goes into that like pinky purple there? So back into the dark purple and then pinky purple. Now again, if you're happy with this pearl, you can stick. If you're not happy, we can swap it and go for an oyster opening. So it's predominantly this dark, bright purple with a flash of like a pinky purple to him. So the pearl does sort of fall in front of the paint palette, But then as you can see, just give it a little wiggle and it goes either side. Love the pearl, and you'll stick with that one. Perfect. Oh, let me bring you back up here. Lindsay, I'm glad you're happy with that one, my lovely. If I pop him in here for you. So I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives then, my lovely. And that's up there for you. Perfect. Let me just... So I'm doing something different today. I'm marking off when everyone's been here, and then that way I can see on my sheet over here if anyone's missed their opening. So when they come on, I can see rather than, because sometimes I do miss people. So I'm trying a different system today. So if you see me looking over there a lot, that's why. Lindsay, you're very, very welcome. When does the colour splash finish? Now I did have a date, but then obviously because I had to be off for a week, I thought that we might change that date. Let me have a look. Is it posted? Oh, I haven't posted the date. Okay, so I'll double check the dates and then let you know. I believe it will be somewhere, probably Friday the 25th of March. So that's 10 days time. But let me do that. One's the one that rings a bell. I will double check and let me make a note. I'll post it so everybody knows. So I think it's just 10 days time and it will stop. Colour splash end date. Okay, so I've got that there, so I'll get that done. Oh, Lindsay, was it you who wasn't feeling very well? Bless you. I hope you are feeling better soon. I hope you have a good night's sleep. Up next today is Jennifer Danigal. Jennifer, are you here? Now it does say that to open if you're not there and just to send you the timestamp. But I'm just going to call you Jennifer just to see if you're here first. And if not, then that's fine. We can carry on because you have let me know that you would like natural oysters and to donate the shells. So 2 oyster openings altogether. Jennifer, hello. Hello. Jennifer, so you've got 2 openings altogether. Would you still like natural oysters or would you like to go for some other oysters, my lovely? It has been a while. Hello. And yeah, would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? So let me just mark you green because you are here. Hello. Still normal and donate. Perfect. Is that this one? Yes. So, normal oysters. Now we've had a few stowaway. Should we be a little bit risky? Oh, I don't know. Ah, okay, we're going to open it. We're going to open it. We'll see. Oh, I'm scared. We've had a few stowaway oysters in the fact that some of them have not been normal. So if that's the case, I do apologise. Do we open it? It hasn't. So this one, the reason why I'm potentially stinker is because it's not fully vacuum packed. Like, can you see? Like, I shouldn't be able to pull that away from there. Do we open it or do we pop it in the stinker box? Stink! I don't know what to do. I feel like I should just go for it because it just looks... I'm scared. Kayla, I haven't... Kayla, you're up next, my lovely. Don't worry, you haven't missed your turn. You're up next. Do it. Okay, we're going to do it because I don't want to jinx myself. Okay, it's done. Okay, we're fine. It's fine. Don't worry. Let's go down. You'd know if it wasn't fine. So this is the potential stinker, which is so far okay. So let's get this open for you. Is there certain colours that you're... Oh, Jennifer, you said grab another, don't risk it. I risked it. Oh gosh. Is there certain colours you're hoping for? There's the other side. So let's have a... Oh, it was definitely worth the risk. Look at these. You are twinning. And twinning with... Now, one's a rose gold and one is a pinky rose gold. Twins here. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, Helen, bless you. Thank you ever so much for the stars. So this one was, these pearls here were out of the potential stinker. But look at those. So you've got what you can definitely see the difference. One's a deep rose gold and one is a pinky rose gold. Gorgeous twins there. So then moving on to oyster number 2. So again, this is from the normals bag. There's one side and the other side. And in here you have a white. It's a Snow White. And there's no more in that one. Okay, Jennifer, what do you think to these, my lovely? So they are all natural coloured pearls, just to confirm there, because like I said, we have had a few stowaways recently, but these ones are the correct oysters in the correct bag. So you've got a deep rose gold, a pinky rose gold, and a Snow White. If you're happy with these, I'll need to know which ones you'd like where. Of course, if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. The rose gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Pinky rose gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. And the Snow White is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He is a 6.5. Of course you can. I pick... Dun, dun, dun. Are you sure? If you would like me to pick, I won't pick until I've got the pendant in front of me. So it would be a complete surprise to you once it arrived. Is that okay? If not, of course you can pick. But for now, you definitely like the white on the moon. Okay, and I'm glad you're happy with the colours. But yeah, rose gold or pinky rose gold. One is larger than the other. That may play a part. I mean, let me not Google. Let me search the website just for this item, just to remind myself. Oh, I think I'd know which one I'd pick just by. Sorry, I can't always remember the which items are which items with the names because there's so many different ones, but I think I already know which one I'm going to pick now I've remembered which one it is. Surprise me, I have... Oh, bless you, Jennifer. Well, I hope you are happy. I'm going to write down I pick which one so I can still hold the pearls against it, but I think I know which one I'm going to choose. Okay, I've got that down for you then, my lovely. Perfect. Thank you for the donations with your shells. And Jennifer, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives there. That's safe up there for you. Wear a piece of your collection from me every day. Do you? Oh, I love that. I'm glad that you're happy with obviously all the pieces from us. Yeah, I'm glad you're happy with them. I've got my, I try to, I don't always wear jewellery just because I know I run a jewellery business, but I don't always wear jewellery myself. But I've now started wearing these all the time. These are my swing earrings. From the website, we've got lots of different styles of swing earrings, but these ones are just, honestly, they are the comfiest, and I just love how they come from the back and swing around the front. So yeah, I now wear these every day. And they're interchangeable as well, so you can change the studs so you can wear different colours. Love it. Right. Up next today is Kayla Bowring. Kayla, are you here? Oh, bless you, Cindy. We will do a updated order list when we get to the end of the current order list. Just refreshed here. Yep, there's still spaces available for today. So at the moment, Cindy, I will do an updated order list shortly. I'm starting to stutter, guys. I don't know what's going on. Just hopefully let me have a sip of tea. No, Jennifer, you're very, very welcome. Kayla, hello. These are a gift for your mother-in-law. She's really wanting something two-tonal. Okay. So thinking it may have to be a swap, but not sure which oysters to choose. Hope that makes sense and it isn't too much. No, not too much trouble at all. Now you've got 2 openings altogether. 2 tonal pearls. I mean, sorry, I needed to have a sip then. 2 tonal pearls can be in any colours. So is there I can sort of suggest what bag to possibly go for. If you know the colour range, is it natural colours? You get less 2 tonal ones with the natural colours, even with swaps. They're not as what's the word? Frequent isn't the word. Not as usual in the natural coloured oysters. The other ones, we've got 2 tonal ones in the swaps, like you say, but we could possibly find some in the bag. We'll never know. Hoping for more brighter, lighter colours. So that is the Expand the Rainbow bag or the mystery bag. I think either one you've got. If you're aiming for 2 tonal, I think if you go for Expand the Rainbow or mystery, we'll see. And then, like you said, if you need to swap, we can swap at the end, see what comes out. And I do have 2 tonals in most of them. I will say with 2 tonal pearls, obviously, it's not going to be exact matching set because the 2 tonal markings are never going to be the same on each pearl. We can get the same colour tones, but for example, you won't have the same darkness surrounding. Like if you've got a dark and light pearl, you won't have the same coverage of dark and light on the next pearl because it's just, yeah, it's a natural product. So obviously it is dyed, but it's the way it's done, it's not consistently the same. It is the same. It's not, the way it takes is natural. I can't. I really hope that makes sense. Of just common is a good word. Unique is a good word. I can't speak. Oh my gosh. Each one is unique. Oh, I hope you guys, Kayla, I hope you understood that. But we can go for the oysters and then, yeah, we can have a look. It's like I hit my second cup of tea and I always sort of start, it's probably the time of night. I thought after 5 years I'd be used to stay talking at this time of night. Let's go for one of each. Love that. And can she keep the mystery shell? Of course she can. Sorry, getting you tongue-tied. No, it's not you. It's me, my lovely. I get so tongue-tied. To be fair, even in the day, if I'm talking for a longer period of time, I get tongue-tied. So to turn subtitles off, Gail, you go to the top corner up here, press the 3 dots, and then you can, the options there. I can't remember the exact wording, but you can turn them off there, my lovely. You don't need to have the subtitles on if you don't want to. Inconsistent is a good word. Thank you, Mary. I need to remember all of this. So we've got an Expand the Rainbow oyster and a mystery oyster. You'd like to keep your mystery shells, and predominantly we are hoping for lighter, brighter 2 tonal pearls. So fingers crossed for you, my lovely. Let's go down. We're going to start with the mystery oyster, and we'll keep the shells to this, so I'll clean it as we go. So we've got a lighter pop there. Ooh, and a backwards runaway. There's your mother of pearl. Now you've got 2, 3, 4. You are quadding. Quadding with your first oyster there. Let me just pop those to the side. So I'm just going to clean this shell up and then we'll have a closer look at those pearls there. Okay, so if I dry these up for you. Now you have a brighter watermelon, a light pastel rose gold, a baby pink, no sorry, a blush pink, oh, and a 2-tonal candy floss pink. So watermelon gold, blush pink, and this one is candy floss pink. And we've got lighter and brighter areas as you go around that pearl there. Okay, so that's your 2-tonal one there. And then we've still got one oyster to go. And that is the hello? Sorry, it flashed up that the microphone got disconnected then. Can you hear me now? On that one I knew before you guys knew. It flashed up for me then, so I just stopped talking to wait for it to sort of sort itself out. Sorry. Can you hear me now? It says it's back for me, but I'm just gonna, before I carry on. Yes? Okay. Sorry about that, my lovely. Sorry, Kayla. I don't know what happened. It literally just clipped off. But no, we're back. You can hear me. Perfect. So this is the Expand the Rainbow oyster. As you see, I saw, I didn't touch it. I was just waiting for the microphone to sort itself out. So in here, there's one side. And the other side. And you have a lighter autumn peach, and there's no more in that one. Okay, so we've got a quadding oyster with a watermelon, a pastel gold, a blush pink, and a 2-tonal candy floss pink. You then have a lighter autumn peach. Now, what do you think to these? If you're happy with these, that's perfect. Let me know which ones you'd like where. As you know, we can swap one or all of them for you. And if none of these are the sorts of shades you'd like to go for, do you know what sort of colour that you're looking for? And I can have a look to see if I've got any 2-tonal ones in that colour shade. Your watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. The gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a... Oh, he is a 6.5, sorry. Blush pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. 2-tonal candy floss pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And the autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. We do have some brighter reds. I'd say they aren't like fire lorry red. They are like a burgundy red. So it just depends on how bright you're thinking of, Mary. If you would like to book in for St. Patrick's Day on Thursday, we do still have spaces available, but we won't be taking orders on the night for Thursday. So if you would like to book in for Thursday, you can do so. Just order on the website, and in the additional comments let me know that it's for Thursday. There is a special event going on for it, so do check out the events page, just because in the description there it will tell you what's going on. But yeah, so there's still spaces now. I can tell you that there's 10 people on the order list. The order list isn't too long if you would like to add on to sort of join in. But yeah, no orders on the night for that night. Okay, so two-tonal autumn peachy colour, rosy goldy colour. Let's have a little look. I'm going for the autumn peach first because I actually have a two-tone autumn peach pot. I don't think that's backwards for you, but yeah, it actually says two-tone autumn peach. So let's have a little look. Oh, these are more like spotted autumn peaches. That one's quite nice. Do we have a match for that one? Oh, that one's a match, but it's just a different size. Let me carry on looking. That one's quite... Alright, let's put the spotted ones back in, because we don't want spots, do we? Ooh. Alright, let's show you these two. Spots can work too. Okay, well let me show you these two, and then we can always go and have another look if you're not happy with these ones. Okay, so as they sit in the sand, here's what they look like in the sand. So you can already see the two-tonalness here. So pearl number one, again, just lighter and brighter areas. So quite nice and light there. Brighter, lighter, brighter, lighter. So that's pearl number one. And then pearl number two, again, brighter and lighter areas. Now, if you're happy with, so if I just move it around, you can see it changes. If you're happy with those, which two would you like to swap out to have those? Swap them for the watermelon and the autumn peach. Of course we can. No, you're very, very welcome. So let me bring you back up. We're going to have the two-tonal autumn peach on here. Perfect. Kayla, I hope, was it, I don't want to get it wrong. I hope the person who is receiving the gift is happy, and of course I hope you're happy as well. If I just pop these on here for you. Thank you for the donation with the shell, and I've kept the mystery shell for you there as well. So Kayla, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, and that's it there for you. Mum-in-law, I was gonna say mum-in-law, but I didn't want to get it wrong. But no, you're very, very welcome. Okay, oh, I didn't mark off that you were here, Kayla, so let me just do that as well. Okay, up next then today is Suzanne Davis. Suzanne, are you here? Donate the shells. So let me show you. My mum works in a nursery. So the shells, I clean them up, they get sanitised and they go towards the nursery who use them in different activities. These are just 2 different examples of what they use. So the top one is, you've got sea creatures in like a play tray, I can't remember the correct word for it, and you've got the shells in there. And then the other one is you've got images of wildlife and how you can make pictures with what you can find. So it's just, they can copy the images that are on the fence or they can make their own. So they've got baskets of different natural things, but yeah, they use them in lots of different activities. So yeah, they go to them. Suzanne, hello. Suzanne, you've got 2 openings altogether. What 2 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? I think so, Leslie. Oh, where's my... Donate the shells, perfect, and mystery oysters. Okay, Suzanne, are there certain colours that you're hoping for today? So mystery oysters, let's get them open. There's 1 and 2. And let's go down. So mystery oyster number 1. You have a lighter pop there. So in your first oyster, there is your mother of pearl. And you are twinning. You're hoping for light pinks. Okay, fingers crossed, Suzanne. Now, first oyster, you do have twins, but they are a darker chocolate pearl here. So let me just dry them off. Visually, oh, they are 2-tonal chocolates, sorry. Visually, they do look like they're the same size, but different colours. Just because you've got this twin here, he is 2-tonal, but overall, oh, let me just get it focused for you. Overall, he is the darker of the 2 twins. And then his twin is again 2-tonal, but overall he's lighter. So he does have this darker section too, as we can see there, but he is lighter. So twinning, but different shades there. Then moving on to mystery oyster number 2. We have a lighter pop there. And there is your mother of pearl. So if we have a squidge in here, and you are twinning, and twinning for a second time, and with pinks. You was hoping for light pinks, and you're twinning with blush pink pearls here. Oh, bless you, Karen. Well, I I hope you enjoy that drink now. Bless you. Suzanne, what do you think to these? Now, visually, these pinks, they do look like they're slightly different sizes. Of course, I'll measure them for you in just a moment. But yeah, what do you think, my lovely? Let me run them through the board. Darker chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Lighter chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. So they are measuring the same size, just are visually different colours. Now, the visually larger pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5, and his twin is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. No, sorry, he is an 8. So the pinks are measuring different sizes there. What do you think to these? Now again, Suzanne, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. And if you're not, we can swap them. What do you think, my lovely? The pinks are fine, perfect. So just to confirm, you're happy for the pinks to go onto your jewellery. If you could just confirm for that for me. Just popping your pearls in the bag for you. Yep, perfect. Okay, so I've got that down for you, Suzanne. Again, thank you for the donations with your shells, and that's safe up there. So I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. Up next then today is Sue Hutchinson. Sue, are you here? Sue, hello. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Sue. Honestly, it's just, you can't do anything with toothache. Can you have missed your oysters? Of course you can. Donating the shells, thank you very much. And you're looking for whites and silvers. So we've got 4 oysters altogether. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me get these open for you. Now, oh yeah, I was about to say, are there colours you're waiting for? But there are. You're hoping for silvers and whites. Okay, so mystery oyster number 1. I do ship internationally, Michelle. Yes, my lovely. So, oyster number 1, Sue. Oh, and you have a runaway there. There is your mother of pearl. So, let me have a squidge in here and see if there's any more. You have a 2-tonal Blairpool runaway there. So, there's no more in that one. Now, Blairpool is a mix between blue and purple, and you have the 2-tonalness, so he is, if I show you, lighter and darker. as you go around the pearl there. Okay, so first pearl is a two-tonal blurple. Moving on to oyster number 2, which is again your mystery oyster. We have a lighter pop there. Oh, let's see if we can pop that again. There we go. So in here, there is the mother of pearl. So if we have, I can see a peeper in here. You have another blurple and another slightly two-tonal blurple. Now the difference between the two is your first blurple, I would personally say, has more blue in him. This one here has got more purple in him. So hopefully we're going to see the difference. So this one, like I said, I think this one visually has got more blue than purple, but does have that slight blue, slight purple tone to him. This one's got more purple, again slightly two-tonal as you can see. So I pop them next to each other, you can see one's more blue, one's more purple. I hope you guys can see that on the camera there. Moving on to your next oyster, we have a lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And let me have a squidge. Look at that. You are quadding. So you have got 4 pearls in the one oyster there. And there's no more in that one. So from your quadding oyster, you have got a coral, a bright pink, a icy blue, and a darker gunmetal grey. So coral, pink, icy blue, and darker gunmetal grey. And then you've still got 1 oyster to go. So moving on to your last oyster, which again is your mystery oyster. We have a lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. You are twinning, oh, run away. And you're twinning with two-tonal blurples. I'm only not laughing, but I'm just smiling because this is your 4th blurple out now, Sue. There's no more in there. And I don't think I've said blurple so much. So these ones, again, they are two-tonal, visually possibly just slightly different sizes to each other. And I'd say that these 2 are a mix of your 2 at the top. So these are sort of even share between blue and purple. So again, you can see lighter and darker shades as we go around the pearl. Decisions, love the quads, but need to decide, what do you think? Now, Sue, if you would like to have some time to think about it, you can do so. You can email me your colour choices. If you know now, that's absolutely fine as well. So you've got a more blue purple, purple blurple, no, blue blurple, then purple blurple. That's hard to say. Then coral, pink, icy blue, gunmetal grey, and then twinning blurples at the bottom there. Let's run it through the board. So blue blurple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Purple blurple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a oh, he is a 7.5. Your coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. The pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Blurple twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Blackpool twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. So they are measuring different sizes there. Sue, what do you think and what would you like to do? Can you swap the quads for whites and silvers? Of course you can. Let's pop these up here. Are they the lighter silvers that you're looking for? So lighter silver. Oh, run away. And white. Hi Nina, thank you for joining us. So I'm just looking for, I keep dropping them, I'm just looking for two the same size. I've got bridal whites the same size. I'm actually looking for snow white for you. Are they the same? Not quite. Oh, what's the difference between bridal whites and snow whites? And I will show you. Let me just see if I can. Okay, so bridal white would be, I don't think you're going to be able to see if I just, no. I'll get all runaways in a moment. That one there. Okay. Perfect. So bridal, no, that's snow white, and then bridal white are more almost ivory, if you like. They're not ivory, but that's the type of tones. Okay, so let's show you here. So you've got your silvers, then you've got bridal white, no, then we've got snow white in the middle, and then bridal white. So can you see the difference? They're just slightly more ivory-esque, if you like. So would you prefer, the silvers are actually different colours. I didn't realise, I thought they were the same, but now I've seen them in the camera, I'm going to just change the silvers for you. But with the whites, what white would you prefer? Would you prefer snow white or bridal white? I'm fine, bless you, Penny. Thank you. Definitely so much better. So silvers are the same now. Snow White's in the centre, Bridal White's towards the side. So we're taking out the quads, so I'm just going to take the quads out here. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Thank you, Penny. You'd like the Snow Whites, that's perfect, but you would prefer to have the matching sizes. That's not a problem. Let me just have a quick. Snow White number 1 is a 7. Snow White number 2 is a 7. They are the same size, my lovely. So, which colours would you like on which items? So I've got the silvers and the whites for you. Then of course you've got your blurples as well. Which colours on which items? I'm just popping them in the bags for you, see. It's only Tuesday, isn't it? Honestly, my days are completely out. Is anybody doing anything this week? Aaron's got me. I'm going somewhere with Aaron tomorrow and I don't know how I feel about it. I'm so nervous. Can you have silver on the dangly? Of course. And whites on there? Of course you can. And can you have the twins made into studs? Of course you can. So blurple twins on studs. Not a problem. I actually popped your blurples in different bags there, if you can see that. So that's not a problem as well. I hope then, Sue, you're happy with that. The invoice for the studs will get sent across for you tomorrow and it will go to the email address that's on the order form. Thank you for the donations with your shells, my lovely. And I've just popped that up there for you. Oh, bless you, Penny. I wish you all the luck. I'm not too bad, thank you, Larissa. I hope you're well. Five weeks will fly by. Right, up next then today is Lisa Henschel. Lisa, are you here? Oh no, Tash, no. Oh, I hope you all, oh gosh, I hope you all get better very quickly. Penny, it will be an adventure. Once it's done though, just think you'll have little one with you. Lisa, hello, hello, hello. So Lisa, you have got 1, 2, 3 openings and then we'll do your colour splash afterwards. Mystery and donate your oysters. Perfect. Lisa, are there certain colours that you're hoping for? 1, 2 and 3. That one's got some like sea grass, seaweed on it. but it looked like spider's legs. I'll show you. So I was just looking at it like, oh. Let's go down. Let me show you what I was just looking at. This one. It's just because how they're like, not hooked, but it's just, yeah. And we'll open that one first. So let's open these. Lisa, light a pop with your first oyster, which is your mystery oyster. So in here, there is your mother of pearl. And if we have a squidge in here for you. Oh, a darker pearl to start with. Oh, wow, Sue. Oh, Lisa, you are twinning. And Sue, that sounds amazing. I hope you have a lovely time. Okay, so darker purple twins here. Oh, run away from your first oyster. Moving on to oyster number 2. You have a lighter pop there. And there is your mother of pearl. And in your second oyster, you are twinning. And you are twinning with sea green twins. And there's no more in that one. So sea green twins and darker purple twins. There they are in the sand for you. I love purple and green together. Oh. There we go. And then moving on to your last oyster, which again is your mystery oyster. You have a lighter pop here. There's your mother of pearl. And in here, you are twinning. Lisa, you have 3 sets of twins here, my lovely, and there's no more in that one. So again, you have darker purple twins here. What do you think to these? Now, if you're happy with these, I'll need to know which ones you'd like on the jewellery. And if you're not happy, I can swap them for you. So you've got purple twins at the top, sea greens, and then purple twins at the bottom. Now, the purples do look like they're different sizes to each other. So larger and a smaller pair of purples here. If I run them through the board, the first pair of purples, which are the visually smaller, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Purple number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. So they're measuring at different sizes there. Green pearl number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Green pearl number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. So the greens are on the same size. Purple twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And purple number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5 as well. Last twins on the jewellery, so the 8.5 purples on there. Perfect, I've got that down for you. So you also have a colour splash So let's go across to the colour wheel. Is there a certain colour that you're hoping for, Lisa, or a certain themed charm at all? I'm just popping your pearls in here, so just give me a second and then we'll spin the wheel for you. No, Lisa, you're very, very welcome. Okay, so that's your pearls on there. So good luck. We're going to spin the wheel for you, my lovely. So good luck, and we have purple. It hasn't clicked over there. So purple is a crystal charm, so crystal themed charm. If we go straight across to the open up the envelope for you. Oh, Nicola, bless you. Thank you ever so much for the stars there. Now, your purple charm, oh, I love it already. So you have got the rectangle, so it's like the baguette crystal, so the rectangle crystal, and you've got that in the darker amethyst colour. So there we go, so crystal charm in the darker amethyst, and we've paired it with this, oh, it looks darker on the camera, but we've paired it with this gorgeous darker purple, which I've actually done this time slightly darker than the amethyst itself. But if I just hold it so they go together, look at that. I really think, personally, I love the dark amethyst with the even darker purple together. It will match your necklace, Lisa. Now, if you're happy with this pearl colour, I hope you're happy with the charm itself, but if you're happy with the pearl colour, that's perfect. And if you're not, we can swap it for you, so we can go for an oyster opening instead. So if you're happy, we can stick. If not, we can swap it. What do you think? Well, thank you for watching, Kerry. These charms, yes, these ones are on the website. They're under Crystal Charms on the website. Very happy with that one, Lisa. So just confirm for me, are we sticking with that one? Just going to pop him in here. How many? They come with, like, I normally put one pearl on the charm, but we can put more pearls on the charm. How many would? I haven't tried. We've put 3 on. I think the most we've put on is 3 on one charm. I mean, you wouldn't want to put too many more on there because they'd be very overcrowded. Thank you very much, Bab. Could you have to take that? Thank you, darling. Stick with that one. Perfect. Lisa, then, thank you for the donations with your shells. I've popped that up there for you, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Amethyst is my birthstone as well, Kerry. Right, up next today is Pat Fraser. Pat, are you here? Thank you, Kerry. I haven't posted that video. Post video. I don't know why I keep not doing that. Pat, hello. So, Pat, you have got 2 openings altogether. What 2 oysters would you like, and would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? I hoovered my ceiling today. A spider fell out. It was only the babiest of spiders. I was not happy. So then I hoovered it. The ceiling gets hoovered normally once a week, but then I've decided it's going to get hoovered every day. Every day. Because I am not having spiders in there. No, no, no. I'm not Sue. I've actually normally if I go on holiday or I don't go on live for a week, then coming back to sit to do the live, normally I know I obviously work and sit down, but I can then move around. So to come back to do the live, I just get twitchy legs. So I'll get used to it again. Because if you think about it, it's sitting still for 4 hours. So yeah, it's just something to get used to again. Nunu and donate, Patsy. Perfect. Is there certain colours you're hoping for? I don't have a colour splash here. No, I've just got the item of jewellery. Unless you've got a second order. If so, I can add them together. That's not a problem. But no, on this one, it's just the item of jewellery, my lovely. So you can double check that if you've made an account on our website, log on to the website and you can double check that there. And if not, in the confirmation order email, and if not, again, just pop me an email over and I can send you your invoice over again so you can see everything there. But let's go down for your Nunu rainbow oysters. Donating the shells, are there certain colours you're hoping for here? So, oyster number 1. There's one side. Oh, and a slight runaway. Now this colour I can already see. Now you're twinning. And I was about to say this colour, it does not normally, we do not normally find this one in the Nunu rainbow oysters. There's no more in that one. So we normally find darker colours. So this one is a stowaway. And you have lighter, almost like pinkle. I'm gonna say they're more pinks actually. They do have that slight darker tone to them. I'm gonna say they're more pinks, my lovely. And then moving on to your next oyster. Oh, bless you, Patsy. And we are hoping for darker colours. Okay, so there's one side and the other side. And in here you are twinning for a second time and twinning with chocolate bronze twins there. Again, there's no more in that one. Now with your chocolate bronze twins, they do look like they're slightly different shades to each other here. And let me just pop them in the sun for you. So pink twins and chocolate bronze twins here. Now again, if you're happy with these, Patsy, that's perfect. And I'll just need to know which ones you'd like where. If you're not happy, we can swap them for you. So pink number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Pink number 2, just got some sun there. There we go. Is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5, so they're the same size there. Chocolate bronze number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And chocolate bronze number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8. 5 years, Kerry. So we started on the 5th of November, 2016. Five years. Wow. Dark green. We've got like a dark olive green. Let me show you. if this might be too dark a green though. Let's have a little look. If this is too dark a green, the next sort of shade would be like a sea green or a seaweed green possibly. Let me show you these. I'm just looking for two the same size first. There we go. Okay, what do you think to those? Like I said, if they're too dark of a green, we'll go for a sea green or a seaweed green. Hello, Amanda. Thank you for joining us. Just going to take these pinks away. They're perfect. Perfect. Okay, and then can you have the bronze on studs? Of course you can. So let me just write this down. So we're going to have the olive greens on there, an invoice for the bronze on studs. Perfect. I've got that down for you. Now the invoice for the stud earrings will get sent across for you tomorrow, and that will go to the email address that's on the order form, Patsy. Just popped these on here for you. So thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. I've popped that up there. It only shows 3 colours, does it, Julie? Well, we've definitely got more colours in stock now with those crystal charms. So I can make a note to try and update the update stock on rectangle crystal charms. So basically when everything comes in, we go obviously work through things as they come in. So it just means that I haven't got to that yet, but I might be able to bump it up to update the stock for you. Oh, bless you, Patsy. Well, I'm glad you're happy. There are lights. Yes, the ceiling lights are not on, but these are baubles. The ceiling lights are like twinkle lights that come out in there. Up next today is Janet Lloyd. Janet, are you here? Here is just images of what the shells get donated to. So I clean them up and I sanitize them, and then go to my mum's nursery. And they just use them in different activities with the children. So crafts, learning through play, textures, collages, lots of different things. Thank you. I am feeling a lot better, my lovely. Thank you. And Janet, hello. Janet, you've got 2 openings altogether. Mystery oysters for you, and donate the shells as well. Perfect. Are there certain colours, Janet, that you're hoping for? There's 1 and 2. So let's go down. So mystery oyster number 1, Janet, we have a lighter pop there. There is your mother of pearl. And in here you've got 1 and 2, 3 and 4. You are quadding. There's been quite a few quads today. So quadding with your first oyster. Let me just dry these up for you. We have a brighter hot pink, a two-tonal icy blue, a dark silver and purple, and then a two-tonal coral. So bright hot pink, two-tonal icy blue, a silver and purple, and then a two-tonal coral. Oh, of course you can, Janet. Sorry, I didn't realise you were, I can definitely add it on after this one, that's not a problem. Moving on to your second oyster, and you have a lighter pop there. Oh wow, there's your mother of pearl. Look at these, you are twinning for a second time with absolutely huge lilac purples. Now the purples themselves, they do look like they're slightly different shades. You've got one darker, one lighter purple, but oh my gosh, they are huge. Look at those. So like I said, they are slightly different shades even, but gorgeous. So hot pink, two-tonal icy blue, silver and purple, and two-tonal coral. And then twinning lilac purples, both of which are different shades. I'm just having a look through to see. Okay, so you've got another 2 oyster openings as well then. Should we do those first before I measure everything? So is it mystery oysters again that you would like? I'm just adding the orders together here. Or would you prefer to go for a different oyster? Yes, please, mystery oysters again. Okie dokie. So, I'm just going to possibly move your pearls up as well. 1 and 2. Let me just move the pearls up and then we can open those. Just making room. Okie dokie. So, seeing the colours you've already got, are there certain colours you're hoping for from these 2 as well? Let's go down. So mystery oyster number 1. Now he is a little bit of a clapper. That just means, again, already open up there slightly, so I don't have to pop him. I can fit the knife in beautifully. And I can see a peeper right at the top here. We have a runaway chocolate, and I'm just going to have a squidge. There's no more in that one. So we have a darker chocolate pearl here. And then moving on to your last oyster, Janet. So in here, we've got a lighter pop there. And there's a little bit of flesh on that side, but we can see there's no pearls there. And then if we have a squidge in there, I can see a little bit of a peeper. You have a two-tonal watermelon. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so again, let me show you this two-tonal watermelon. What do you think to all of these? So this one, you can see here, brighter and lighter markings and colouring as we go around. So from the top, you've got hot pink, icy blue, purpley silver and a coral. Twinning lilac purples, where they are slightly different shades. And then you've got a dark chocolate and a two-tonal watermelon. Now, what do you think to these, Janet, my lovely? Again, if you're happy, that's perfect. I'll need to know which ones you'd like where. If you're not happy, we can swap them for you. And if you prefer to have some more time to think about it, you can take a screenshot and then just email me with what you would like to do. Measuring them for you, your hot pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. The icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. The chocolate, no, sorry, the silvery purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And the coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. The lighter of the lilacs is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. And the darker of the lilacs is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5 as well. So they're the same size there, just different shades. The two-tonal watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. And your chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He is an 8. Okay, what do you think to these, Janet? What would you like to do? What do you think, my lovely? I'm just going to pop it down there for a second. I feel like I've got such a lag, such a delay. Can you email the choices? Of course you can. That's not a problem. So let me bring you back up. When you email me, if you include your 5-digit order invoice number, and then just let me know what you think and what you would like to do, and that's definitely get that all booked in for you. But I hope you're happy with that, Janet. So if I pop them on here, and then I'm going to write down that you're going to email the colours. Perfect. Okay, so Janet, thank you for the donations of your shells. No, you're very, very welcome. And yeah, I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives. I have ripped my glove. I started the live with a ripped glove. I've put a bit of sellotape on it to sort of stop it ripping anymore. But yeah, I don't know if that's going to work. It's becoming more prominent as the live goes on, isn't it? Right, up next is Kay McGill. Kay, are you here? Here with a very excited daughter, Amelia. Hello, Amelia and Kay. Can we keep the shells? Of course you can. Also, measuring the smallest and largest is also fine. Perfect. I just want to say to both of you, thank you ever so much for waiting. Obviously, the delivery did come today. Let me just move this out of the way. So thank you for bearing with me, and obviously not having this done yesterday, but today. As you can hear, got lots in here now. So keeping the shells, hoping happy for me to measure the largest and smallest. This is a 25 pearl oyster. And then yeah, are there certain colours that you guys are hoping for? So just putting my gloves on a little bit more. Let's go down. So your 25 pearl oyster. We've got a lighter pop there. Now I've opened it. We do have a little bit of a hole in the shell, so I'll try my best to not let it split anymore. Now I've opened it up slightly there. I can see, is that going to open up? It is. Oh, and a few runaways. Stay. Okay, so 4 runaways there. Now I'm going to clean the shells up at the end for you, so I'm just going to pop that down there. So 4 runaways there, and we've still got, look at that. Dun, 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 dun. Amelia is hoping for a snow white, blurple, hot pink and icy blue. I can't, oh, hot pink and icy blue, 2 there already. So let's have a squidge and see what else comes out here. Oh, you've got some beautiful colours. Oh, run away. Look at those. Now what I'm doing is I'm just having a good squidge, double checking that we haven't left any. No, I believe we've got them all there. So I'm just going to count these up quickly and then I'll clean the shells up for you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 and 25. Perfect. Now I'm gonna just clean the shells up for you and then we're gonna go through all of the colours of the pearls. Now I'm going to do it slightly differently today. Normally we put all the pearls in this sand and then we go through the colours for you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the colours as we put them in the sand. So you won't see all the pearls in the sand until we've gone through all the colours. I hope that makes sense. I hope it works. And if not, we won't do it this way again. So I'm just drying them off here. Now we're still going to start with the darkest and work our way up. So I'm going to leave those there and we're going to get that focused. So pearl number 1, we're starting with a very dark gunmetal grey. Okay, so very dark gunmetal grey. Let's pat it in slightly. Pearl number 2, again we have a mottled gunmetal grey. So can you see it's almost speckled with white? Not, I suppose from a distance it looks white, but closer up it is like a silvery colour. So a mottled gunmetal grey there. You then have a very dark, deep chocolate. You can see, oh, he is two-tonal, so he's got brighter areas and then darker areas as we go around the pearl. You then have a darker silver base with the chocolate overtone. So you can see he's got that sort of metallic silver tone coming through, but the overtone of the chocolate. And then you have a third chocolate. So again, this is a different shade chocolate. I'm going to say it's in between these two here. So it's that sort of darker chocolate there. So top row is your 5 darker pearls there. Moving on to your second row. Now this one is an olivey chocolate pearl. So it is a olive chocolate. Now it's in the sand, so it does look a little bit green, doesn't he? When I take him out of the sand though, he doesn't look green. But I definitely agree, in the sand he does look kind of green, doesn't he? Moving on to your next pearl. Now this is a two-tonal chocolate and purple. So as we go round, you can see that, look there, look at that. You can see purple flashes to him. So chocolate and purple there. We're then going to move on to your two-tonal sea green. So again, lighter and darker areas to your sea green. You have a two-tonal blue. So this is a TARDIS and a Pepsi blue. So gorgeous dark TARDIS blue going round into the lighter Pepsi blue there. So two-tonal TARDIS and Pepsi blue. And we have a grape purple. Okay, so that's your second row. Then moving on to this darker burgundy red. And a two-tonal purple. So sections of this are that lilac purple and sections of it is that sort of brighter purple. Next to this one, we have a two-tonal pinkle. So you can see here, a lovely lighter shade of pink. Moving round, you get more deeper pinkle, and then back into that lighter pink. So two-tonal pinkle. So it starts off with like a baby pink, moving round into that purpley pink, and then back into that baby pink there. You also have a two-tonal blush pink. So just lighter and darker pinks here. And then, of course, you've got that gorgeous hot pink. Moving on to the next row, we've got bright coral. We've got a autumn peach, again two-tonal with lighter and darker areas as we go around the pearl. I haven't left enough room. I'm just going to have to move these up a second. Oh. Okay, so brighter coral, two-tonal autumn peach. You have a lighter gold. And then a lighter coral. And then a two-tonal yellow. So sunshine yellow, moving round into, oh, let me get this focused again. So sunshine yellow, moving round into lemon yellow. And then moving on to your last row, you've got a pastel gold here. A baby pink. A cream, almost rose gold, but I'm going to say that's more cream. A lighter two-tonal apple green, so again slightly brighter and lighter areas to your apple green, and then you're ending on a icy blue. Okay, Kay and Amelia, what do you think to all of these? Now, if you're happy with these, that's perfect, we can keep them. If you'd like to swap some, we can also do that for you. Kay, would you like to take a screenshot for the fittings that you would like and then email me the choices? Of course, you can let me know now if you do know now, but you can, if it's easier, we can email it across if that's okay. But again, it's up to you. Now, if I measure the largest and the smallest for you. So visually smallest, we're going to start with that lighter gold. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Next to him is the coral. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. We'll measure that darker one at the first one, which does kind of look greeny. He's not a 5, not a 5.5. Oh, he's a runaway. Not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. So your smallest is the gold with being a 6.5 there. Largest, let's measure the pastel gold. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Two-tonal TARDIS and Pepsi blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And that two-tonal lilac purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. So the smallest is the brighter gold and the largest is an 8, which is a couple of them, but which is also the paler gold. So largest and smallest are both golds. I love that. Oh, I'm not going to get it focused now. Kay and Amelia, what do you think to these? I was going to ask Bronnie, did that way work, guys? Now, normally when we open a 25 pearl oyster, I sort of put them all in the sand and then we go through the colours. This time, obviously, we left them out of the sand and went through the colours, so they ended up in the sand. Did it work, or do you prefer the older way? So I'm just trying to get these focused again for you. There we go. New way, liked it, it worked, perfect. Okay, I quite like doing it that way as well. I got to do sort of colour shades, especially the middle 2 rows. On the next 25 Pearl Oyster, I'll try to do it even better, so all the colour shades are going down, because the pinks are the wrong way round. And I missed a pink at the bottom here. I shall try again. Oh. But no, Kay and Amelia, what do you guys think? I'm just going to pop them down a second. Too much for yeah, but imagine how just, oh, it's just the rainbow of colours. It's just, I love it. So are you wanting to swap out the green and the yellow for a Snow White and a Blurple? Oh, that lid wasn't on properly. I managed to catch it. Deary me. Sorry guys, that must have been a quite loud knock. There we go. No. Oh, I've got it wrong. Okay, Kay, let's start again. Okay, so the colours you've told me, and then just tell me what you'd like me to do with these colours. So, where are we? You've said bright apple green, bright yellow, Snow White, and Blurple, bright purple, possibly Sue. I'm just writing them down on the post-it here, and then that way we can go through to make sure we've got everything correct. Okay. I'll hold them up again for you so you can see. I know I've gone quiet, I just don't... It's because I don't want to keep talking. I don't want to rush Kay at all. So yeah, that's why I sort of go quiet sometimes, because I don't want to rush anyone. The number of pearls. Have I missed a comment? Yeah, there is a lag, Rachel. Definitely a lag for my end. There has been the last few lives that we've done. that I've had a lag. I don't know if that's me or if it's a Facebook thing. I don't know. They are lovely, Emily. And then putting them together, I love that. Oh, 2 and 5. Now, this depends, which way are you counting number 1, my lovely Kay? I'm just going to pin that comment for you. Which side is number 1 for you? Is number 1 this side with the darker gunmetal, or this side with the chocolate? Just because you're seeing a mirror image for me, so my right and my left, I always get confused with your right and your left on what you're seeing. So, oh, sorry, I have to turn the light off to get it focused at the moment because there's so many pearls. I'll pop the light back on again. So, dark metal is number 1. Okay, that's perfect. So, top row, take out 2 and 5. Second row, take out 1 and 2. Fourth row, take out 5. Last row, take out 3 and 4. I hope this is more clear. And then you'd like to add in bright apple green, sunshine yellow, Snow White, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've told me 5 to take out, but I need you've told me 7 to take out, but 5 to add in. Which other colours would you like to add in? Blurple, another Snow White. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still need one more colour, and denim blue. Perfect. I only have purpley denim blues, so I'll pop it in the sand and you can let me know if that's okay, but it is like a purpley shade. Which one am I missing? Bright purple. Where am I looking? Bright pink. Cadbury. Do you mean like this shade of purple? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move up your original pearls. So the lines are all mixed up now, I do apologise. But then that way the ones I've added in are all going to be on the bottom row so you can see. And I added that one. 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Bright light purple. No, that was the blurple. Keep dropping all the pearls today. Okay, so let's have a look here, my lovely. Along the bottom row, the ones I've added in, so the ones I've taken out are still to the side. I will add those back in again if they're wrong. Okay, so then we've got bridal white. No, sorry. Snow white, bright green, sunshine yellow, snow white, denim purpley blue, the light bright purple, and then blurple. Is that correct, Kay, my lovely? So again, them ones over there, the ones which we will be removing, and then the bottom row there is ones which I've added in, if that's all correct. Is there a blue in the... It wouldn't surprise me, Emily. Oh no, there's a darker purple in there, but you good eyes. There is a lonely darker purple in there. Oh, I've probably popped that in there. Oh no, I would have popped that in there by mistake. So you guys are on it. That's beautiful. Your email to let you know which ones you want the hoop fittings and which ones not. Yep, that's absolutely fine. When you email, just include the 5-digit order number. And yeah, that's not a problem. I'll write down that you're going to let us know about the hoop fittings. Just taking out the swaps, and then let's pop all your pearls in here for you. Sorry, just popping all the pearls in the bag. There we go. Perfect. Kay and Amelia, I hope you're happy with that then, my lovelies. So let's just pop here that you're going to, we'll email colours. And I've wrapped up your shells as well, so they will be on the way to you as well. I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And I've just popped that up there as well. No, Kay, you're very, very welcome. Yeah, you guys have all got good eyes. I didn't even notice it. Oh. Up next today is Anna Mullin. Anna, are you here? I need to turn the heating down in here. It gets quite warm at night now. Anna, hello. Now, Anna, I saw that you saw what you got, if that makes sense. I saw that you posted that you watched it back, so whoop whoop. So with that, you've got one item, well, it is one item. Let's start again. Hello, Anna, you've got one opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? mystery donate, and you love the necklace. I love that. Honestly, it's one of the new ones. So yeah, you're the first person to have it, Anna, and it is such a gorgeous necklace. It is lovely. I like how all the flowers sort of link up, but they're all different as well. Right, let's go down. Mystery Oyster, donating the shells. Is there certain colours you're hoping for? So we have a lighter pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And it is the Blurple Night tonight, guys. Anna, you are twinning. And we've got more Blurple twins here. So I'm just having a squidge. Oh, and I've just seen that you was hoping for a green. Now, as you know, if you're not happy with these, we can swap them for you. Both of them are two-tonal. I'm actually going to say you've got one more purpley and one more blue. Let me go through so you can see. And then if you would like to swap out, I'll need to know if you'd like to swap out the bluey one or the purple one. Although, now they're on the camera, there's not a lot in it. This one, I would say, is the more purple of the two. So again, lighter and darker markings as you go around there. And then this one I'd say is the more bluey of the two. And again, lighter and darker markings as you go around. What do you think to those? If I run them through the board for you, pearl number 1, oh, ran away, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. And pearl number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5 as well. You can indeed. Would you like to swap out the more purpley one or the more bluey one, or don't you mind? Now I've grabbed the apple greens just because, like, if you get one of these ones, that's very... What do you think to that green there? You can indeed. Sea green. Okay, so a brighter seaweed green. I'd say the brightest we have, probably that one. So the apple green's definitely brighter, if that makes sense. The C one is perfect. Perfect. And you don't mind which one of the twins you're swapping out at all? the other pearl for Orangey Peach and be invoiced for the textured hoop charm for it. Orangey Peach. Okay, if you have a look here, just confirm if this colour's okay for me. And then I'm just going to have a look and just double check the item that you would like. So that's perfect, perfect. So hang on, let me write this down. On the necklace, we're going to have the green, and you'd like to be invoiced for textured hoop. Let's have a little look. Again, just before if anything's on the website, just before I sort of confirm that you guys, if you'd like to be invoiced for it, I just want to double check that it's available. It hasn't gone out of stock. Textured hoop charm. Yes. Let's have a little look. Ah, yes, that's absolutely fine. For textured hoop charm. With the peach. Perfect. I've got that down for you then. So that invoice will get sent across tomorrow for you, and that will go to the email address that's on the order form there, my lovely. So let me pop your pearls in here. Anna, thank you for the donations with your shells, and I do hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well, and that's safe up there for you. No, you're very, very welcome. Right, up next then today is Jodie Kelly, which is our mystery person. So I'm ever so sorry. This is a mystery person and it's not Jodie Kelly. Up next then is... Okay, this is for Donna Diamond. Donna Diamond, are you here? She's there with you, Jodie. Hello. Hello, Jodie, and hello, Donna. So, Donna, I'm going to read this as it's written. So, these are for Donna Diamond, my beautiful mum, who is my best friend and always there for me and deserves the world. So, I'll read that one more time. These are for Donna Diamond, my beautiful mum, who is my best friend and always there for me and deserves the world. So, Donna, you have got 2 oyster openings altogether. What 2 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? What do you think? Mystery, donate the shells. Perfect, Donna. Now, Donna, is there certain colours you're hoping for? Jodie, it doesn't say here if I can say what the item is or not, so I'm not going to say, just in case you'd like it to be a surprise for once it arrives or anything like that. If you would like me to say, that's absolutely fine. But Donna, 2 oyster openings. Do you know what 2 colours or different colours, same colours that you're hoping for? So, oyster number 1. Now this one is a little bit of a clapper, so again, I don't need to squeeze him. Can fit the knife in straight away there. There is your mother of pearl. And you can see here, you are twinning. And you're twinning with darker chocolate twins here. And we can say what it is, so you don't mind the colours, Donna, and the item that Jodie has got you is the classic spiral earrings. I don't know if you've seen them or not. If not, I'm sure Jodie will be able to show you either after the live or even during possibly. So you're opening oysters for earrings here. Okay, so first oyster has given you 2 chocolate twins. And then moving on to oyster number 2, you have got a deeper pop there. And in here, there's a little bit of flesh from that side, but we can see there's no pearls there. And I can see a beautiful, brighter, hot pink. Oh, I love that, Jodie. Well, Donna, I hope you're happy with them then. So there's no more in that one. So you've got twinning chocolates and a brighter hot pink. Now, Donna, if you're happy with these colours, that's perfect. I'll just need to know which ones you'd like on the jewellery. And if you're not happy with these, I can swap one or all of them for you. It's completely up to you. So twinning chocolates and a bright hot pink. If I run them through the board, chocolate number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Chocolate number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And then the pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8. What do you think? Twins on the earrings? Of course you can. Let me just write that down for you. I'm glad you're happy with the colours, Donna. Jodie, is the next item also for Donna, or I wasn't sure? Hoop fitting on the pink? Of course you can. Let me write that down for you. Now, the invoice for the hoop fitting will get sent to the email address that's on the order form, Jodie. Okay, so that will get sent across tomorrow for you to the email address that's on the order form. And it is, okay, perfect. So Donna, you've got the chocolate twins on the earrings. We're going to pop a hoop fitting on the pink pearl for you. And then we have a colour splash as well. So the colour splash, if we go across to the wheel, so we're going to spin the wheel. Is there a certain colour or a certain themed charm that you're hoping for? Good luck, my lovely. And you have a purple, straight in the middle of the purple there. So purple is a crystal charm. So dive in, we've got a lighter purple there. And let's go straight down. So in here. Oh, bless her. Oh, and you've got, oh, okay, so let's show you this one and you can let me know what you think. Now this is, now these charms are not on the website yet. We have this as a pendant on the website, but this is the charm version and it's not on there yet. So charm wise, it's the Sunspot charm. Now it's in this gorgeous, brighter, almost like burnt orange. But depending on the light, you can then get flashes of pink in there as well, which makes the orange darker, and you can see that little bit of pink. Pearl wise, I matched this with a watermelon. Now that's because with the watermelon, they can look quite orangey and also almost reddy in tones. So if I pop this down next to the charm, look at that. Now what do you think to this? Donna, I hope you're happy with the charm itself. So the Sunspot, you can see that it's got the points on either side, which means it doesn't sit still. It will sort of move as you, if you just sort of rest, it will go, so it will catch the light. Pearl wise, you can either stick if you're happy with that pairing there, or you can go for an oyster opening to swap the pearl. What do you think? What would you like to do? You can have an opening indeed, not a problem. So let me bring you back up. What type of oyster would you like? And would you like to keep or would you like to donate those shells? Just going to pop this in here for you. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Mystery and donate. Now, is there a certain colour that you're hoping for this charm then? So if we get him open and let's go down. Your mystery oyster. You've got quite a nice deeper pop there. Oh, and you have a runaway. So there is the mother of pearl, and if I just move this to the side, you have a runaway pearl there. So if I hold this up, and we'll have a squidge in here for you. Now you've got a darker purple pearl there, and there's no more in that one. So he is a darker purple. Just seen you were hoping for a green or a white, so if you would like to, we can swap this for you. What do you think? Let me run this one through the board. He is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He is a 7.5. For an apple green, of course you can. Let's have a little look. Oh, actually, I've got one. Actually, no, let's get you a brighter one. There we go. Okay, what do you think to this one here? favourite colours together. Oh, I love that. Are you happy with that combination there? I'm just going to pop on here. We're going to swap to apple green. They look lovely. Perfect. Well, Donna, then, I hope you're happy with everything there. Jodie, I hope you're happy as well. Like I said, the invoice will get sent across for you tomorrow. Thank you ever so much for the donations of your shells, and I do hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's up there for you. And up next today is Stella Taylor. Stella, are you here? Excuse me. Oh, no, don't be silly. You don't have to. I'm quite happy. We often have people who are together, so one person is typing away. That's not a problem. We don't all need to be on here, especially if you're together. So don't be silly. And you're very, very welcome. So I'm looking for Stella Taylor. Stella, are you here? So it's the last two people now. So I'm looking for Stella Taylor and Cindy Brown. Are you guys here? Excuse me. Snuck up on me there. Ever so sorry. Stella and Cindy, are you here? I've asked for both of you just because we've got the comment lag, haven't we? Cindy, you're here. That's perfect. Cindy, I haven't seen Stella at all today, so I'm actually going to move on from Stella. Stella, if you're here, please type I'm invisible. It will bring your comment forwards and we'll do your opening after Cindy's. And if not, we'll add you in for Friday's live. Now, Cindy, you have a colour splash. So let's go across to the wheel. Is there a certain colour or a certain themed charm that you're hoping for, Cindy? No? Okay, good luck, my lovely. Let's give it a big spin for you. And it hasn't clicked over, so you have a blue there. So blue is a random themed charm. Oh, I've got the blue one, the lighter blue. It was stuck together then. So let's go back over here and get him open for you. So in your random themed charm, good luck, my lovely. Now you have a scripted charm. Oh, I love this colour as well. Okay, so this says, obviously it's going to be backwards for you, but I'll read it and then it's just because you're seeing the mirror image. It says, follow your dreams, they know the way. So it's got the different fonts, as you can see there. And it's the round disc, and it is the plain disc on the back, and then the scripted words on the front, and it says, follow your dreams, they know the way. Pearl wise, we've got a gorgeous, really bright watermelon pearl. So we had watermelon a moment ago. That was a slightly lighter watermelon. This is the bright, bold watermelon. and you can sort of see the reflection of the colour in the charm there, which I also love. So as you can see, the pearl does sort of fall and sit at the centre of the charm, but it does just slightest wiggles and it moves around there. So follow your dreams, they know the way. I hope you're happy with the charm itself, Cindy. Pearl wise, what do you think to the colour? If you're happy, we can stick, and if you're not, we can do an oyster opening for you. What would you like to do? Love the colour of the pearl and the charm. So just confirm for me, Cindy, are we sticking with that one? I'm ready. I've learnt my lesson not to staple the pearls on until I have confirmation, just because I'm very, very prone to stapling it on, and then obviously somebody says, I would like this, and I've just been too fast. Stick with that one, Cindy. Perfect. So that's safe on there for you. And as always, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. Right, that is the end of the live then for today. Thank you everybody for watching and for joining us again. We're going to be live on Thursday for the St. Patrick's Day live, so if you would like to join us for that, we'll be live, well, I can't remember the time, I'll post tomorrow and just remind everybody what time we're going live, and myself. If you'd like to book in for that live, you can do so, but there's no orders on the night. Back to normal lives on Friday and Sunday as well this week. So I hope you'll have a brilliant week, and yeah, I'll see you on Thursday. Take care. Bye.